Welcome back to ciLiving. Rebecca Strom from the Mahomet Public Library has some cozy winter book recommendations. But first, you have something cozy coming up for the kiddos' stuffed animals, right? What event is that?
So this is our annual stuffed animal sleepover. It's an event that we do every year. It's one of our most popular programs. Basically, the kiddos can bring one stuffed animal to the library. We'll do a good night story time. That's going to be Friday, December 12th. And we say goodnight to all the animals, and then the animals stay the night at the library. And Miss Becca and her team of librarians take pictures of all the things that the animals get up to over the course of the night. And then in the morning, we come back, we have a good morning story time, and the kids get to see all the pictures and learn about everything that their stuffed animals did over the night.
That sounds like a lot of fun. And next month, when you come back, I would love to see some of the photos from the sleepover and what the animals got up to.
They usually pull a prank on Miss Becca. Last year, they put shaving cream all over my face, and then the year before that, they spray painted my hair blue. So who knows what will happen this year? But there will for sure be pictures.
We will find out next month when Rebecca is back. Well, what books have you brought to share with us today?
So with the sudden snow that we've had all of a sudden, I thought it would be fun to bring in some snowy picture books. So these are for our youngest readers, books that the whole family can enjoy, and they're all themed around winter and snow. So this first one here is called The Three Little Mittens. It's by Linda Bailey. And in this one, a mitten called Stripes loses her matching partner. And then two other mittens named Dottie and Other Dottie tell her that she doesn't belong because she doesn't have a match. But then the little girl who owns the mittens says, "Why do you have to match?" And then the mittens realize that maybe sometimes matching means that everybody doesn't get to belong. And so they learn a very important lesson about accepting other people, or other mittens, if you will. And it's just a very sweet, very funny, charming little picture book that takes place in the snow.
And I love the idea of that because it's sort of a veiled lesson that is good for all of us to remember. And I feel like maybe then they could become friends and you could wear your dotted mittens with your striped mittens.
The little girl makes some fashion statements at the end. I think like the socks and the shoes get into the game as well. So.
Right. And then what about this next one?
So the next one is called I'm Going to Build a Snowman. It's by Jashar Awan. And in this one, a little boy wakes up to a blanket of snow covering the world outside. And there is only one thing he wants to do, which is make a snowman. And he wants to make the best snowman ever. And so he sets out to do this. But when his actual snowman doesn't really look quite what he pictured his best snowman ever to look like, he realizes that might be a goal that's out of reach. But what he can do is make his best snowman yet. And it's just a really cute picture book. It's great to pair with Ezra Jack Keats' Snowy Day. If you know that one, it's a classic. This is a really great book to pair with that one.
And I feel like that's a really good lesson as well, that we should only be in competition with ourselves, maybe not with some romanticized idea or with things we see on social media.
And things aren't always going to be perfect.
Exactly. And then what about this one?
So number 3 is called A Thing Called Snow. And in this one, two best friends, Fox and Hare, who were born in the spring, get really excited about the idea of snow. And they ask all the other forest animals, what is snow like? And the forest animals have all these different answers, and they can't really figure out what snow is really like. But then these big flakes start to fall from the sky and it snows. And so the fox and the hare get to experience their first snowfall and kind of relive that like magic of winter and nature's beauty. It has got gorgeous illustrations. It's just a very cute little story.
I was going to say the illustrations in this book, I feel like are kind of next level for picture books.
Great illustrations for sure.
That sounds like a really fun, cute read, a little exploration with animal friends.
Yeah.
And then what do we have here for the last one?
So the last one's a really funny book. It's called Dear Yeti. And in this one, two young hikers, they set out to look for a Yeti. And with the help of a friend, they trek further and further into the woods. They're sending letters to the Yeti to try to coax him out. But as their trip goes on, the hikers find that they have not prepared very well. And even though they're still very excited about the idea of finding the Yeti, their food supply is running low, it's getting dark. But then the Yeti, who is not quite ready to make an appearance, decides that he's going to help his friends. He's going to do so quietly. And he's not going to show himself, but he's going to help these hikers out. And it's very, very cute, very funny.
And I feel like books like this where there's sort of that elusive creature that's a little bit shy. I feel like there's sort of morals in all of these books that are good for the kids, but that also are kind of good for the parents that are reading them to remember as well.
Readers, young and old, for sure. There's something for everybody.
And I like that since we had such a massive snowstorm this weekend, you paired these perfect books, and you can kind of get these now in advance of more potential snow that's coming
and we have
tomorrow.
A whole display full of winter books. We have Christmas books, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. We have all types of winter-themed books at the library. So
a little something for everybody and a little bit of holiday magic, plus those 2 awesome events that you can check out. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
It.